Hey guys, Jonathan here, and in today's video, we're taking a look at the Ultron vs. Iron Man set and Loki vs. Team Iron Man from Iron Man and his awesome friends. LEGO sent me these early to review, but of course, all thoughts are my own. Definitely excited to show you guys these because they're not outright terrible sets. And just to cut to the chase, the smaller one is $20 and the bigger one is $50. I think this one is actually worth the money. We'll get into it in a second. This one, though, not quite worth 50 bucks. We'll break it all down, but first and foremost, thanks so much for checking out this video. Be sure to hit like and subscribe down below and let me know what you think of these sets. And without further ado, let's get into today's video. Okay, so up first we have Ultron vs. Iron Man with 96 pieces and of course a $20 price tag. A little bit crazy, but honestly not bad value. I mean, you do get a Hulkbuster here, you get two brand new minifigures, and our first ever Ultron with like a cartoonish helmet, and of course it actually does have a new piece there, so we'll get to that in a second. But as for the build itself, as you can see, the Hulkbuster here opens up and you can seat Iron Man inside a little something like this, push his arms down, close that up, and then he's good to go. There are no stickers in 4+ sets, so this, and these are all printed, which is nice. But as you can see, the mech torso actually has a new piece for LEGO Marvel. I'm not sure if it's appeared in like Ninjago or something before, but it is a very nice large chest piece here that definitely adds a lot of bulk. We've got some, shoulder joints here on ball joints, but the legs and the elbows are fixed joints like all 4+ Marvel mechs have been to date. Of course, you can move those and have him in like a running position, and I just showed you how the arms flex. The hands rotate side to side at the wrist socket, and overall, it's not a bad first Hulkbuster style build for Iron Man. Now, this, of course, is not an actual Hulkbuster, but, it's the same general concept. As for Ultron, there are no strings on me. Yes, I'm a voice actor, so of course I gotta do my Ultron voice because it's my dream role someday to play Ultron. That being said, he's got his cool little flyer here with those aforementioned printed pieces, and basically it's just a little flyer. Not much to it, not much to say, but one thing I do like is how it actually looks like Ultron if you take him out. It actually looks like his face, so like compare it here. That's really cool. In my short form video, I held this upside down to make the comparison. I held it like this, but it's actually like you could see his smile, the eyes. It's actually very cool. Definitely something that I hope most people pick up on. But that being said, let's take a closer look at those minifigs now. Up first, we have Iron Man, and this is the same figure in both sets, so we're only going to look at him here. But this figure, of course, is the first LEGO Iron Man ever to not have facial hair. As you could see, in this show, he and his friends are supposed to be kids, so it wouldn't make sense for him to have any facial hair. But overall, I mean, it's a nice figure. It's not going to be my favorite Iron Man armor by any stretch of the imagination, but getting those mid-sized legs, which are short legs that are actually posable, that's definitely a kind of fun inclusion. And overall, it's a fine minifig, but it's not going to be anybody's favorite Iron Man armor, I don't think. All right, and then we get Ultron in this set as well, my all-time favorite Marvel bad guy. Now, this is really cool because the helmet has kind of the ears that we see in the comic books. So now that this piece exists, oh my gosh, if we get a comic book Ultron, guys, I am going to lose my mind. That would be so cool. He does have a little blue diamond here. I'm not really sure what the context of that is in the cartoon of which this is based, but if we lift the helmet up, you can see he's got a silver head underneath, and it's a very interesting minifigure because he has silver arms and then matching hands, which are actually relatively rare to see. But then the torso is that light bluish gray, the legs have no printing, but then we get this reflective silverness on the torso. I really wish that the entire thing was like one same shade. Like, I wish he was all light bluish gray or all silver. Like, this helmet in silver would be so cool. So all I have to say to that is, I'm sorry, you just didn't think it through. I'm gonna be honest, the $50 set Team Iron Man versus Loki isn't terrible, but it's definitely not worth $50. There's 204 pieces here with 4 minifigs, 3 of which are new and exclusive. Of course, the Iron Man just came in the set we looked at a second ago, but like I said, it's not outright terrible, but it's not worth $50. So you have to hold both of those realities at once. Now, we'll take a look at the minifigs at the end, but as far as the builds go, we get this little jet here for Iron Man, which of course can open up, and you can seat him inside pretty easily. He just kind of like slides into place like this. Then you can close that jet up a little bit like that. So not a terrible build, but this set, excuse me, has so many big molded pieces that's what drives it to that $50 price point. But it is cool that all three members get their own vehicle, like Ironheart getting her own little sports car here. Just kind of sits into place like that. There are no stickers, as mentioned, so that's actually pretty nice. But yeah, overall, just a fun little build there. Nothing too crazy, nothing too revolutionary. Speaking of not being revolutionary, we've got this Hulkbuster style Iron Hulk build. It's not a Hulk Buster, but you know what I mean. But when you look at it side by side with the Iron Man one, it is almost identical, folks. I mean, literally almost identical. And in fact, when I say almost identical, this piece is swapped from side to side, and this piece is swapped from side to side. I think just to make this one look more muscular, so to speak. But otherwise, it is basically the exact same build, just with some very slight variations, almost not even noticeable. But to review the set on its own, of course, we can open it up. And then you can place Iron Hulk inside, a little something like that. So, I mean, you know, it's a fine mech, but if you like the last one, you're going to love this. And if you don't like the last one, you're probably not going to like this. I mean, it just kind of is what it is, folks. And then, of course, we get the little laboratory here. In the laboratory, you can see we've got this spinner piece here where you could put Iron Man in his armor so that you could flip it around and see you're getting like an armor schematic on that print there, which is cool. We do get a couple little references, like you get this little spray paint can for Ironheart, so that's cool. I don't know if these are supposed to be like speakers or HUD or something, I'm not really sure. Then we get a little wrench over here. And one cool thing that I don't think is like exactly outright expressed is you can put a minifigure into here, right? And then lift it up, and now they could get into their Hulkbuster armor. Wrong minifig, wrong armor, but you get the general idea. So that is pretty cool overall. Now let's take a look at the minifigs from this set, and then we'll call it a day. We get Iron Hulk in this set. So this figure is brand new, and he has a brand new torso print, a brand new helmet mold and print, kind of giving him that like flipped up hair mohawk style because, of course, we all know it's Cho underneath in the suit. So I don't think I've seen this head before. It may be from Jurassic World, but it's not ringing a bell to me. It is very cool, though. Definitely nice to add to the old custom roster. And overall, not a bad minifig. And then we get Ironheart, who has a brand new helmet color. I don't believe this Iron Man helmet has ever come in this kind of fuchsia pink color. And then, of course, we get that great face print on the helmet and a nice print on the front and back of the torso. And a brand new, I'm pretty sure, brand new head underneath, too. Of course, for Riri Williams. So, not bad overall, but once again, it doesn't hold a candle to the Ironheart minifigs of the past, but also not a bad minifig outright. And last but not least, we have a brand new Loki who's stylized to the Iron Man and his awesome friends show. Now, he does have a green lightning bolt here. I thought lightning was Thor's power, but you know, I don't really know the context of the show. That being said, the figure in its own right is pretty cool. You get that classic gold I guess gold style. I don't even know what I was trying to say there, folks. I'm running on empty like Jackson Brown. Anyways, got a great gold helmet there. New print for the torso, which is nice. We get that green rubber cape with printing on the back of the torso as well. And if we lift that helmet up, we've got a brand new head for Loki as well, which looks so great. I mean, it actually looks like movie Tom Hiddleston, but it's obviously very cartoony for this show. So with that being said, we'll keep moving on.